It's a Wednesday, most confident, but we're still running it. I'm excited to talk about UFC Fight Night, Lerone Murphy versus Josh Emmett. I'm going to kick it right off with my 5 most confident picks for Fight Night over at the Apex. And we're going to kick it off with the ladies. I'm going with Barbosa over Belbita. I think Dione Barbosa is going to be able to take her down. We're talking about Belbita, who got armbarred by Molly McCann. Next up, we're going to go with Kennedy Nzechukwu over Martin Buday. Martin Buday is your average fat, stumbling and bumbling. Kennedy Nzechukwu moving up to heavyweight has been a blessing. This is the same level he's already been beating in a Barnett, and right, I think that he's going to be able to pitch a shutout here, potentially get the big man out of there. Either way, Kennedy Nzechukwu. Then I'm going with the ladies again. Loma Lookboonmee. I think she's going to be able to beat up Estela Nunes, who's coming off of that arm injury. Estela Nunes has been out for a while. Estela Nunes, good first rounds, talented, but fades. And so how am I going to favor that over a Lookboonmee, who should be able to handle this thing everywhere the fight goes, especially as the fight wears on? Joe Anderson, Brito over Pat Sabatini. I hear you mother effers, you mother flowers. You talking about Pat Sabatini taking him down, submitting him. Y'all must have forgot. Joe Anderson Brito's nasty on the ground too. Y'all must have forgot. Joe Anderson Brito's way better at striking than Pat Sabatini. Joe Anderson Brito via knockout. And in the main event, I'm going with 40-year-old Josh Emmett. Just kidding. April Fools. I'm going with Lerone Murphy. I think Lerone Murphy could really wear on him as the fight goes on. Yeah, Josh Emmett sleeping Bryce Mitchell. This ain't Bryce Mitchell's son. I think that Lerone Murphy should be able to start running away with this thing as the fight goes on. One more time for my people in the back. I'm going Lerone Murphy. I'm going with Joe Anderson Brito. I'm going with Lookboonmee. I'm going with Kennedy Nzechukwu. And I'm going with Dione Barbosa. All right? Those are my 5 most confident. Let me break them down for y'all. I'll start with Barbosa. Molly McCann retired after just getting wrecked on the ground again. Nothing new. Okay? She was wrecked last time I saw her. She stole my microphone on accident. That type of wreck. All love for Molly McCann. I'm not trying to hate. But not a grappler. And we're talking about our Barbosa, who is a grappler and who probably could outstrike Belbita too. Unfortunately for y'all, this thing is priced crazy. And for a ladies fight, I don't think I'm betting on a minus 1,000 favorite. That seems a little steep. But I see what they're seeing. I think Barbosa's submission makes sense, but am I chasing submission? No. Kennedy Nzechukwu over Martin Buday. Martin Buday is just a classic lower level UFC heavyweight. AJ DeVito was just telling me he reminds him of like old school, early 2000s heavyweights. Yeah. Can kind of box. I don't really know what else to say. Kennedy Nzechukwu, fast, long, on the come up, right? Couple nice dubs. Kennedy Nzechukwu, what was the last one? Why can't I remember the name? I do remember the Chris Barnett performance. Very nice. Chris Barnett, fairly athletic for a fatty, right? Not bad. You could respect that performance. You know, Chris Barnett might throw a fucking wheel kick at you at least. You ain't seen Buday throw any wheel kicks, have you? Lucas Brzeski. And who we got out of there in the first round again. So Kennedy Nzechukwu, not bad. 32 years old, coming into his prime, right? Lots of knockouts. Martin Buday, not all that impressive. I am not impressed. Okay? Split decision with Andrei Arlovski was a bad look. Andrei Arlovski's 99 years old. Okay? Andrei Arlovski and Joe Biden in a similar boat. Both too old for their jobs. Split decision's not the look. Andre could have won that fight. Okay? If he's not knocking out Andrei Arlovski at 44, 144, I don't think he's knocking out Kennedy Nzechukwu. Kennedy Nzechukwu, talented striker. I do think he gets it done here. Whether it's an early knockout or they go long, that is not something I think I'll be chasing. I do like under-overs. But I got Kennedy Nzechukwu here. Loma Lookboonmee, 3-win streak versus Estela Nunes, 3-loss streak. Estela Nunes out after injury. Estela Nunes, not awful, but gasses and is up against Lookboonmee. Although she is little, she is fierce. Lookboonmee should be able to handle this anywhere it goes. The Muay Thai is nice. I don't think she's getting surprised by the talent of Estela Nunes, especially a rusty Estela Nunes. You know, Loma Lookboonmee decision, although third round finish is not crazy, especially with a rusty Nunes who can struggle when she gets tired. So Loma Lookboonmee is the pick. Joe Anderson, Brito, and Pat Sabatini. People saw Joe Anderson, Brito get taken down, and then they look at Pat Sabatini and his solid submission grappling ability, and they go, okay, 1 + 1 must equal 2. Here's a great dog, Pat Sabatini. Not seeing it. First of all, Pat Sabatini's not 6 feet tall, right? I don't think he's going to Gomis him. Joe Anderson, Brito, powerful puncher. Very dangerous. That is not what I've seen from Pat Sabatini. I think Pat Sabatini is going to feel the power, potentially get put out of there early. Potentially. Yeah. Joe Anderson, Brito, first round TKO. I think Joe Anderson, Brito bounces back here. I think this is a statement performance for him. He's a pretty bad matchup for Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini can't put him on his back. He's cooked. Lerone Murphy over Josh Emmett. Lerone Murphy is on the come up. Josh Emmett might have scored that nice knockout. And by the way, his losses have not been bad. Yair Rodriguez, not a bad loss. Ilia Topuria, need I say more? They just named a street after him in Spain. Not doing bad. So remember, although he's 39 years old, he's dangerous. Josh Emmett can bang an overhand right. But Josh Emmett was in his prime back in 2020 when he fought Shane Burgos, and he wasn't getting Shane Burgos out of there. Bryce Mitchell can't strike, y'all. Lerone Murphy can. I don't think Lerone Murphy's going to make any stupid mistakes. His style is not that way. And I could imagine him, really picking it up in those championship rounds and seeing an aging Josh Emmett fade. Lerone Murphy, potential late stoppage decision makes sense too. Lerone Murphy went 5 rounds with Edson Barbosa. So he's done the championship fight. He's done he's done championship rounds. He's done the main event thing. So it's not like some big experience advantage that Josh Emmett can hang over his head, because Lerone Murphy's kind of been there too now. And Lerone Murphy's in his prime. He does seem to, accumulate shots, takedown attempts, shots, and also punches. And when they accumulate on people, they do slow people down. And I can imagine him slowing Josh Emmett down here. Lerone Murphy getting this thing done. All right? Lerone Murphy, Joe Anderson, Brito, Loma Lookboonmee, Kennedy Nzechukwu, and Dione Barbosa. 2 ladies in the lineup. Does that jog a memory? Oh, yeah. Last time, I gave out Miss Lupi Godinez. I gave out in a parlay with Joe Pfeiffer. Lupi gets it done. Her striking, not great. Room for improvement, But her wrestling really carried through for her. Loopy didn't gas, in Mexico City. She trains at elevation. That mattered, Pilastri weighed in. My wife goes, she's jacked. She is jacked. But Loopy Godinez out wrestling her, getting it done. Parlayed it up with Joe Pyfer. Unfortunately, Joe Pyfer didn't get to fight. Instead, he got food poisoning. Who hasn't eaten a bad taco before? Blamed it on Mexico. I don't think the country of Mexico is to blame. Probably the guy who made the taco could have done a better job. And then doesn't get to fight. Too bad. Because I think he was a big-time lock against Kelvin Gastelum. Maybe they make that fight again. That would be nice. Kelvin didn't seem to be that excited about it. I think Israel Adesanya, Kelvin Gastelum would be a nice bounce-back fight for Izzy. Who gives a fuck about rankings when Izzy's on this bad downhill, got fucking choked out, knocked out. Like, bro, what's next? Head kicked? You get twisted? Fuck's gonna happen next? It's a nice bounce back fight against Kelvin. It's a throwback to the old. I mean, you're not watching it? You're not watching the co-main event? Fuck out of here. Of course you are. And Kelvin will go in there and try to bang with him. I think it's fun. What's wrong with that fight? Probably won't happen, but that's what I think. But if Kelvin can't do a fight like that, then yeah, I guess feed him to Joe Pyfer if you really want to. I thought that parlay was sweet. So that was a parlay. Another parlay I had out there in the premium channel, Brandon Moreno, Raul Rosas Jr. Done. Cashed. Cha-ching. Brandon Moreno gets it done against Steve Erceg. Not the most noteworthy fight. Raul Rosas Jr. looked good. I know you guys think he's in the Anaconda choke. Not really. He's making faces when he's in there. Crowd's going crazy. Those weren't close. Raul Rosas Jr. dominated that fight. I gave out Manuel Torrez in the premium channel. Let's go, Manuel Torrez. Let's go. Originally, when I wrote the card out, Manuel Torrez was the lock. I give in to the intelligent people around me who all were on Ronaldo Rodriguez. Bad move. Should have just left Manuel Torrez as the fucking lock. I did give him out as a premium play. Manuel Torrez gets it done. And then the wild card, CJ Vergara. Yeah, got stomped. It's a fucking wild card. I was on a wild card streak too. Okay? I was on a fucking streak. 2 wild cards last week. Okay? Big underdogs cashing. Kyle Fernandez, got it. Brady submission plus 350, got it. Okay? Can you give me a CJ Vergara slide? Not a bad week. I made a little bit of money. I bet a lot. I made a little bit. I got it back. My problem was the fucking parlays being returned. Who poisoned Joe Pyfer's taco? Why are you doing this? Now we can't even see the fight. Well, you want him out there shitting his pants? You think he's going to fucking... You think giving a fighter food poisoning, he's going to go fight? He's not going to fight. That's all you're doing. You think he's just going to, fuck it, man, I'll run it, dude. If I shit the jocks, it is what it is. No. That might not have happened. That might not have been the case. But Joe Pyfer seems to think that was the case. Apparently none of his team got sick, and he was the one who got sick. So that's not good. What I give out on the most confident, I always like to go back over those too. I don't always go back over those, and I do want to consistently for y'all. I don't see it here. Where am I most confident from last week? Joe Pyfer, taco. Raul Rosas Jr., got it. Loopy, got it. Rafa Garcia, got it. And then David Martinez, got it. Sweep. Chim chimity, chim chimity, chim chim charoo. Ooh. 5 most confident, 5 plays hit. Let's fucking go. All right? That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, let's sweep it again this week, guys. Love it when a plan comes together. What say you, chat? Are we live? We are live. Greetings from Cambodia. That's far away. I appreciate you tuning in from Cambodia. Tell your Cambodian friends that I'm live right now. Is it because I'm live at 12:06 in the fucking morning? Night, I should say. 12:06 at night. Is it because I'm on after midnight in California? Is that why? It's a good time in Cambodia. Shout out, Fernand. Kennedy and Nzechukwu and Brito KO parlay plus 475 feels pretty safe. I don't feel safe betting finishes often. The last finish I bet was Sean Brady submission. So when I do bet finish, it can happen. But you're going to chase the finishes there? Kennedy and Brito KO, they both have to win by KO? I don't know, dog. Gerald Meerschaert, easy money. I don't know about easy money because the striking advantage for Tavares could be there. I think it's close, but he could be a little bit better at strike. I mean, he didn't put away Chris Weidman. That's not impressive, but generally has good takedown defense, right? Interesting fight for sure. Love my guy GM3. Interesting fight. I wouldn't call it easy money. Kennedy, she's not good neither. What are you talking about, Cash? All winners. Let's go, Epi. That's the fuck I'm talking about. They're all winners last week. Let's do it again. Nice to know you. Let's do it again. You guys know that song? How about PFL? Dog. I need to get more. I need BKFC, I think, first. Because BKFC, I worked for them, right? I was, digging deep into BKFC for a while there. I want to get back deep into BKFC. The BKFC betting has treated me very well. I had one Rocky card, that one card, the last card I did. But I shouldn't let that leave a bad taste in my mouth because the 5 other cards that I went in on were great. I think BKFC betting is the only thing I do better than UFC betting. So I think BKFC first. PFL, yeah, I'm down. Right now, I work full-time at UFC Gym Huntington Beach too. So I want to really study and give you guys good work. I could do that with UFC right now. I'm not going to dabble, okay? I don't come here to take part. I come here to take over. And I can focus on UFC. PFL and BKFC, yes. In the future, yes. Finch, White Sox or Cubs? Cubs, son! All right? Catalina Island's right over there. I look at it all the time. That was the Cubs spring training for a long time. You're talking to a Chicago guy. That's probably why you're asking me that. Born and raised north of Chicago. Moved to Chicago when I got engaged. Lived on Berry Avenue, Roscoe Village. Worked in Lincoln Park. Worked in River North. If you guys are visiting Chicago, Maxwell Street for the Polishes. Just Jim's Original. Pequod's Pizza. Al's Beef. You're welcome. Pfeiffer was scared of Gaslam. Cap. Greetings from Mars. Always appreciate people tuning in from Mars. Occupy Mars. I'm on. It's 2 p.m. here in Cambodia. Perfect time to talk fist fights. You're the best. Thank you, Winda. You're awesome. All right. Any females who watch this show, extra credits. It's a big old sausage fest around here when we talk fist fights. So I appreciate you, Winda. Thank you. Brito knocks out Brito KO Barbosa sub. Probably. Finney and Kennedy knockout. You guys just dropping picks. You're going to ask me a question. Do you think Murphy covers the spread? We'll look at how I bet that one. I will drop the bets over in the premium channel right after this concludes. I have a good idea what my bets are. check out the premium channel. There's also the free channel, which has been eating week after week, including last week. So go check out the free channel. Link is in the description of this video right here. Jump in. No excuses on that one. You got to be in the free channel. Premium channel, we've been making money. We've been hitting big underdogs. A solid lock streak. It was 6 weeks in a row. Lock streak, 6 or 7. It's time to do it again, you know? So making plenty of money in the premium channel. Come do it with us. All right. If you want to get in the premium channel, DM at mikefinchshow on Instagram. You want to talk to me, it's at mikefinchMMA. But if you're trying to get in the premium channel, please just go directly there. If you want a big parlay or see what I'm working on, I could always talk to you over on my side. All right. Without punching power, the small apex cage, I think Lerone Murphy gets sparked. Emmett won't respect it. Brother, Emmett's a short king, okay? Emmett's got big power, but it's a looping shot. It's a shot that I think a guy with Lerone Murphy's level of striking, which is not world class, but enough to beat Edson Barbosa, I don't think he's getting knocked out, brother. I don't think he's getting knocked out by 39-year-old Josh Emmett. What about Thad, Gene, Jackson, Pinedo for tomorrow, PFL? I'm dabbling PFL. I do watch PFL fights, of course, but before giving PFL bets, I got to do real research. Like I've seen every UFC fight ever. I've watched every UFC event ever. Okay. Still, I do research. So I'm not out here just dropping PFL picks. Okay. We got to do it right, folks. It's UFC Fight Night this Saturday. I did my fucking homework, and I'm about to drop my most confident bets over on the premium channel. Go check it out. DM at mikefinchshow on Instagram to get in there. All right? I did a Wednesday money line today with AJ DeVito. That's out. And then I'll drop my full card predictions for y'all before fight night. Okay, we're going for it. I do believe this is going to be a sweet week for us, especially on the more confident plays, the lock, the parlay. We're getting right back to fucking work. All right. Over on the premium side, come check it out. I think that Josh Emmett's not getting this fucking knockout. Okay, as evidenced. And again, my 5 most confident plays are Lerone Murphy, Joe Anderson, Brito, Loma, Lookboonmee, Kennedy, and Nzechukwu, and Dione Barbosa. But I've got some bets that I'll tell you guys in a few. Until next time, it's peace and love.